Hi everybody, and welcome to the Janel Burgess Show. I'm BJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head women's basketball coach Janel Burgess. Coach, thanks for joining me this week.
Great to be here.
Well, let's talk about a mixed bag of results from last week. You went 1-1, so that puts you at 18-7 on the year, 14-7 in GLIAC play. A tough game last Thursday night at Saginaw Valley State, a team that's been playing well recently. It was tied 33-33 at halftime, a very eventful first half. And then in the second half, when Saginaw outscored you by 10, they were 18 of 22 on free throws. Overall in the game, they made 21 free throws to just your 10. They got there a lot more. It spoiled a great performance from Kelly Watson. She had 27 points. That's a career high. And Brianna Taylor had 13 points and 12 rebounds. But a tough loss to, again, a Saginaw Valley State team that's been playing very well as of late.
Yeah, I just didn't think we could not get in a flow on either end, offensively or defensive. I think when we tied the game up at 33 at halftime, that was probably the most fluent we had been on both ends of the court. We had gotten some nice stops offensively. We were moving the ball, hitting some threes, and just being able to get that ball into the paint a little bit to be able to draw their defenders. And then as the second half opened up, we had a couple tough calls go against us, a couple charges that kicked off our offensive possessions, which I think were really deflating to our team, to be flat out honest. We played through that though, and then when we needed the defensive stops or the hustle plays down the stretch in those last 6 to 7 minutes, we could not find them when we needed them, and continued to send them to the free throw line, which just continued to build momentum for Saginaw, and like I said earlier, deflated us.
Saturday, you came back home and you welcomed in Wayne State, who was one of the better teams in the conference. They're ranked 6th in the region, and it looked early on as if it was going to be all Wayne State. They were up 17 points in the first half, a similar situation to when you were down 12 at Northwood and came back to win. You kept chipping away, got it closer at halftime, started pushing through in the second half. You took the lead a couple minutes earlier, but the big play was Danny Crandall's three down the stretch that put you ahead for good. Brianna Taylor had 18 points and 7 rebounds. That would be good for a whole game, but that's what she had in the second half. She finished with 23 points and 14 rebounds. Just a tremendous performance from her. Dinah Grzoulis off the bench also reached double figures. She had 12 points, a couple of big three-pointers, and 3 block shots. Just a tremendous comeback win. 61-58 was the final.
I complimented the team just today actually on how we stuck with the game plan defensively. We were giving up pull-up J's or 17-foot jumpers to Wayne State when they created that big lead, which I was okay with the points we were giving up in so many ways. But yet offensively, we were just not hitting shots. DJ, at one point in time, Coach Sarah says, Coach, you're 3 for 23 from the field right now. And getting great shots. So I thought we were actually, believe it or not, executing on both ends in the sense of doing what we were asking them to do offensively. We just weren't putting the ball in the hole. And I thought we settled down. I thought the kids stayed very, very focused, though, on just really getting defensive stops and then continuing to execute offensively. The one stat you didn't mention, which I thought was huge for us, was we had 19 offensive rebounds, which created 16 points. And I thought, for a team like Wayne State relies a lot on those offensive rebounds and scoring those. I thought we took that away from them and made that our strength, which has not been our strength all season. You look at all the stats, we've never had 19 offensive rebounds in a game, period. So to be able to get those extra opportunities, those hustle plays that DJ we've talked about all year long, I thought those offensive rebounds really paid off. And then, like you said, Brianna Taylor just really carried us in so many ways in that second half. And then I was really proud of Diana. We knew we were going to have that 5-man that was going to be able to hit some threes or some 17-footers, and she came in and did that because they had their big kid sitting in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, and then Brianna Taylor was named the GLIAC North Division Player of the Week. You kind of mentioned it there, but talk about the week she had. She's been tremendous recently, starting, the whole year, but the Northwood victory and the comeback win, she was huge, and then against Wayne State as well.
I really have to say her mentality is unbelievable right now. Just the way she's talking, the way she's carrying herself, the demand that she has upon herself or the expectations she has for herself are very high, which I think is resulting in her teammates following suit. The things that she's saying in timeouts right now is just off the charts in the sense of follow me, I'm going to take you where you need to go, ladies. And even in practice, day in and day out. Some of the things that we talk about, she's eager for a challenge. She's okay with challenges right now because she knows that with her, playing at the level she is, and she has confidence in her teammates, that good things can happen.
And she's up to 6th place now in the career scoring list in Grand Valley State history. That's quite an accomplishment. Looking forward to this week. Just one game at home, or one game for the entire week, but you're at home this Saturday night at 8 p.m. against those Ferris State Bulldogs. Always a rivalry. You played great up there last time in mid-January, 83-7. Or I'm sorry, it was early February, 83-73. You got the win. You were lights out from 3-point range. Ferris State comes in 13-11 overall, 12-9 in GLIAC play. You're sitting in 5th place. This is kind of a two-part question. You're in 5th place in the GLIAC, and you'll have that spot solidified, so you'll go on the road next Wednesday. It looks like either at Wayne State or Michigan Tech. But just kind of talk about your mentality now going into this weekend and then following through into next week.
Our mentality doesn't need to change at all. We need to worry about ourselves and playing the best basketball that we can play. If we can maintain some of our focus that we had against Wayne State, and like we've talked about here, week in and week out, maintain consistency with our expectations on both ends, success will come. Ferris State's a great team that's been, playing very well. They're coached well. They're playing tough. Had a tough week last week, lost 2, but you know that they'll be ready. We know that we always throw out all records when these two teams play each other. So it'll be a great opportunity for us to honor our 5 seniors and to play our tails off and to walk out of our regular season with a victory, and then understand that, yes, we will be on the road. I kind of like our team's mentality, taking the GLIAC tournament on the road, and I'm excited to be able to start that if it's at Tech, if it's at Wayne State, wherever it might be. I don't think the opponent matters at this point in time. DJ is really kind of funny to say. I think it's more about what we are and who we are and what our mentality is.
Grand Valley State 18-7 on the year, 14-7 in GLIAC play, and they close out the regular season this Saturday night at home here in the Fieldhouse Arena at 8 p.m. So make sure you come on out, and they'll celebrate their senior night this Saturday night against the Bulldogs. Coach, thanks for your time again, and best of luck this week against Ferris State.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Janel Burgess Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.